YouTube, it's me. I'm just going to give you guys an update from how my HSG went, and it's extremely bright in here. I'm trying to fix the lighting, but it's only getting brighter. So, okay. I guess I'm just going to be really bright. So, HSG was yesterday. I went in at 8 a.m. and had my blood pregnancy test done. They do that an hour beforehand so they can get the results back before they actually start the procedure. You have to make sure you're not pregnant, obviously. So they did that. I went in at 8. I have a certain lady that I request to have my blood drawn from because she's the only one that doesn't hurt me. And yeah, you can't see anything at all, and it didn't hurt at all. And then I went in for my HSG, and my husband actually took me back right after my blood test, and I just kind of chilled there for an hour until our results were there. It was negative, the pregnancy test, so they went ahead and got me prepped for the procedure, and then they had the doctor prepare for the procedure as well. So I changed into a gown. I actually took pictures of everything so I could show you guys. And it was a gown that you put your arms through, and then you like wrap one around your body as well. So it looks like this. Let's see. Yeah, so it looks like a normal hospital gown. Here's a goofy picture of me prepared for surgery, or I guess a procedure, not surgery. And so then the doctor came in and he got prepared. He put his x-ray equipment on, or whatever, the like jacket and skirt thing that protect him. And he kind of just went over how everything goes, what the procedure is, and had me sign consent forms saying that I'm aware that it could be painful, and that pretty much I can't sue them for it being painful. So the girl that David works with explained what happens beforehand to me, because the doctor apparently gets really nervous, so he talks really fast. So it was good that she explained it, because when he was explaining it to me again, and I've already read everything on it too, but when he explained it again, he was really fast about explaining it, and he was using all these big, doctor words. So it was pretty intimidating. I was a little nervous, but I took an 800 milligram ibuprofen before I left the house at about 7:30, and then I took a Loratab at about 5 minutes beforehand, and I couldn't feel anything when he first tried. Okay, so pretty much, let me walk you through the steps. So they have kind of these trays set out, which I also took pictures of. They have these trays set out that they use their sterile stuff. But here's the contrast is a little blue bottle on the other side, right here. And then they have the speculum that they open up your cervix with. And then they just have some clean, sterile gloves, and then I think for them to inject everything in. The table looks like this, which was, let's see, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I don't know. Anyways, you can't really see it very well. But they have these weird stirrup things that you put your legs on. And you lay down right here, or right there, and then you put your legs up on these things. And maybe I'll just insert these pictures. But then, anyways, so they have you lay back, then they put this towel under your butt so you're kind of propped up, and then you put your legs through these stirrup things. Then the doctor put his gloves on and everything, and then he got the contrast prepared and ready for it to go in the catheter. And what they do is they stick the catheter through your cervix up through your uterus, and then they shoot the contrast to see if your fallopian tubes are open. So when they did that, he tried 4 times. He thought he was in the first and second time. So he shot the contrast, and I could feel it, and it kind of felt like a sensation of me. It felt like I was peeing. So, which I was prepared for because the girl told me that beforehand. So it kind of feels like you're peeing, and I was like, okay, this is not bad at all. I don't feel any pain at all. Um, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, sorry, it looks like it's not in there. So I have to do it again, and I was like, okay. So he does it 2 more times. It still isn't working properly. So he's like, I don't know what's going on. I've never seen this before. The only other time that I sent the girl home and we just didn't do the procedure. So I was like, oh gosh, they're going to send me home, and then I'm going to have, you know, another thing that I have to get done, another procedure, and I'm just so over like getting 500 million tests done. I guess I have to get used to it, but it's kind of annoying. So he's like, well, let me call another doctor and see if he can come down and help me out, because he's got a lot more experience with HSGs. So he had David go call the other doctor. So the doctor came down and was like, oh, she probably just has some scar tissue or something in there and blocking it. And I was like, well, why would I have scar tissue? Because I've never had kids before, and, you know, I've never had any procedure done like this, ever. So he was like, well, the only thing that he could think of was that it's possible from one of my pregnancy losses from the past, maybe something, you know, ended up scarring up there. So they found this, like, I don't know, it was long, and it was like maybe that round. And he was like, yeah, you're just going to insert this and then twist it to kind of like break the scar tissue. So that, I was like, oh gosh, I can feel that. I can totally feel that. And then he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. So then he pulls it out and he sticks the catheter in because he can finally get through. And then he shoots the contrast up there. And all of a sudden, like, I think he shot it too quick because it, like, all of a sudden I had extremely, extremely bad pains, like horrible cramps. And I don't really cramp much on my period. I just have like kind of lower back cramps, and a little bit on my left side I have like some pains. But now I know that my uterus is actually on my left side, so that makes sense. But it hurt so bad. But my tubes weren't blocked, so that didn't make sense to me at all, because I thought that they told me that if your tubes aren't blocked, then it shouldn't hurt. Well, that's a lie, because it hurt like hell still. So here's a picture of my tube, or my uterus, and the catheter going up through it, and my tubes both are open, as you can see. So I don't know why it hurt so bad, but it hurt really bad. And then I hadn't had breakfast, so when I went to get up after they were finished taking the pictures, then I got extremely lightheaded and started sweating. Like, I'm talking like it was all of a sudden heat flash, like bam. I was extremely hot, like sweating really bad, all around my face and my back of my head, and I almost fainted. I like was feeling really weird and sick. So my husband gives me my water and I drink it, and then I don't feel good at all still. So I had a banana with me because I was planning on eating that beforehand, and I just didn't get around to it because I forgot. So I ate some of that, and then I kind of felt like a little bit better. So I think it was from not eating and taking pain meds, because I did take Loratab without eating anything, which was kind of stupid. So anyways, that was my experience with HSG. Definitely wasn't easy like some people I was listening and watching on YouTube and reading their stories, and they were like, oh, it didn't hurt at all. No, mine definitely hurt. And my tubes were not blocked, so I don't know why it hurt so bad. And I have a really high tolerance for pain, so that definitely doesn't make sense. But anyways, and then today, or last night, it hurt really bad too when I was just like laying around or standing, or depending on how I was sitting or standing, it like hurt extremely bad. And then today, I was at work and it started to hurt really bad. And I went to have lunch and it like hurt worse after lunch. And then I ended up leaving work early because of it. So I left at 2 o'clock and I went home a few hours early. And now I'm pretty much, after this video, I'm going to just lay down and relax because it hurts really, really bad. And it's not like down below, it's like this entire area. So it hurts everywhere. So I know a lot of people were saying, well, it shouldn't hurt in your abdomen, and I was like, well, then there's something really wrong because it hurts only in my abdomen. So I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to update you on. I talked to my doctor afterwards, and because the doctors and radiology were telling me I should probably get an MRI because this test, because I have been pregnant before, probably wouldn't even show anything different. So they were suggesting that I should get an MRI, but my doctor disagrees. So, just trying to flip my lines to see if that helps at all. I don't think that helped at all. Anyways, so she said that we would just wait for a gene test to come back, which should be back by the time I get home from Ohio, which is on the 30th of May, or 30th of April. And then we can meet and have our doctor appointment then and talk about what's our next steps and what's the plan to, further progress with this. I think I'm just going to ask her if she can just put me on Clomid or something, because I'm kind of just want to chill out for a little bit on the testing because I don't want an IUI, and I definitely know I don't need IVF anytime soon because I can get pregnant. So I'm just going to see if she can give me like some Clomid and then just monitor my pregnancy. So we shall see how that all goes, and that is all I have for you today. So you guys have a good day or a good night whenever you watch this, and I will see you soon. Subscribe to me and continue to pray for me, please. I will continue to pray for you as well.